So about 2.5 years ago, my husband and I were drowning in debt. We were making good money, but we had too many monthly payments. So we had more money going out than we had coming in, and that produces what you call a deficit. So I was sick and tired, or being sick and tired, as Dave Ramsey would say, and I started searching on YouTube on ways to get out of debt, and I ran across Dave Ramsey. While I do not agree with all of his principles, I do like most of them. I do like the idea of him always telling you to get out of debt, and that's what I'm focusing on. So I knew that the system I was using was not working, just using my debit and credit cards for purchases for when I didn't have the money. So my husband and I started budgeting, and we finally, it took about 90 days, as he says, to get used to the budget. It was hard. Yes, it was challenging because it was a change. But we did it. And so once we got used to the budget, then I realized using this debit card and these credit cards is not going to work. So what can I use? And so I came across what's called the cash envelope system. And I did not care for using cash, but I realized that it didn't matter whether or not I like cash, because using the debit card and the credit card was not working. So I tried using cash. And yes, I saw where someone said that cash, they do not like cash because it is, dirty, filthy. Actually, it is. Yes, it is. It does have a lot of germs on it. So does everything else in the world. So I decided not to let a few germs stop me from building generational wealth for my grandkids and getting out of debt. So after I washed my hands and watched a few more videos, I put together a plan of how to start using the cash. And so in the beginning, had to make a lot of changes because, at first when you first start doing, you see all these videos on YouTube and you try to do what all these different people do. But then at some point you realize that you can't budget and cash stuff the way everybody else cash stuff, because that is not true to your journey, because that's not your true life. So after making multiple mistakes and finally finding my way, I started using the cash envelope system. And once I started using the cash envelope system, I started using something called the cash envelope breakdown. And I picked this up from Ladybug Budgets here on YouTube. I'll have it linked down below. And so when I got ready to go to the bank, I wrote down all my categories at the time and the amount and denominations I wanted, because that made your stuffing easier. And so I'm going to fast forward to now and use my budget that I use for my apartment. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Mrs Vee. I'm a traveling restorative therapist. I am paying off, my husband and I are paying off our mortgage, but we do have an apartment in the town where I travel. And so this is my apartment budget. It is $1,100. We pay, let's move that up. We pay $8.94 a month for rent. Rental insurance, which is required. We were going to get that anyway. We have the internet. We have electric. And then water is included in the rent. That's why you don't see water here. And then sometimes we have to go to the laundromat and miscellaneous. I just always like to do miscellaneous and unbudgeted, because it's almost impossible to budget and plan for everything. So once I started using this sheet, it decreases my stress. So if I know if I got $894, I at least want 8 $100 bills. There's no need in getting anything smaller, because you're just trying to pay your rent. Then I did a 50, 2 20s, and 4. That's $8.94. Then for rental insurance, to do 20 and 2 1s. Internet, $150. I try to get the largest denomination as possible because I want to keep the integrity of my envelopes, because I have cute envelopes and I want to keep them looking cute. So yeah. So internet is $59. So I do a 50, a 5, and 4 1s. That's $59. Electric, you might as well go ahead and do a $100 bill. Laundry, I'm going to do $20. So I do one $20 bill. And then miscellaneous, I'll do 5 $1 bills. So I'm gonna go ahead and push that out of the way, and then you go down here and you add those up. So I got 4, 6. So 4 and 4 is 8, 10. So I know I have 15 $1 bills. So I'm gonna go down here and write 15. This may be redundant for a lot of people, but this has really helped me. And I just wanted to share this information. And I know I have one $5 bill. Then no tens. I wrote it on the wrong line. Let's go down here. There we go. Then I have 20. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 20s and 4 20s. Oh, I wrote all this on the wrong line. Let's go down here, right here. We'll take all that out. 4 20s is $80. And then I have two $50, which is 100. 2. And then I have 9 $100 bills, which should be $900. And once you add all this up, it should be $1,100. So let's add it up. So we got 15 plus 5 plus 80 plus 100 plus 900. Yay! That was the hardest part for me when I first started this cash stuffing, because you know, I was already overwhelmed from being in so much debt, and I just know this is like my last resort. And so I really was kind of stressed out. And so this was the hardest part until I found out about this cash envelope breakdown sheet. You can get it in a sheet, as an individual sheet, and just make many copies you want. But I laminated mine, and I just use mine over and over because I don't like to use a lot of my ink if I don't have to, when I can just laminate it. So yeah, that's a cash breakdown sheet. So you say, Miss V, you want me to take this big old sheet to the bank? No, I got you. Miss V done made you a bank teller slip. Check out For the Creator. Go on to Miss V and get you one for $1. So you just transfer all those numbers over to your bank teller slip. And the bank tellers at my bank, they love it. They say it makes everything so easy. So I know I got 9, 10, $100. So I do 1,000. So I have two 50s. So I'm gonna put 2. So that's 100. So 20, we have 4 20s. And so that's 80. No 10s, remember. And 5, we have 1 5. And then we have 15 $1 bill. And that totals 11. Wait a minute. Did I add that wrong? I did something wrong. See, I transferred it wrong. It's 9. Is it 9? Yeah, it's $100. See there? So this real life over here. Not edited. So yeah, so you'll take it to the bank. They'll give you 9 $100 bills, 2 50s, 4 20s, a 5, and 15 $1 bills. Of course, it'll be, I wouldn't take it to the bank like this. I would clean it up. But for educational purposes and real life purposes, this is what we have here. So yeah, so these two sheets right here have decreased an enormous amount of stress. So that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Not gonna let a few germs stop me from a little financial freedom. Go ahead and wash your hands, get you some cash, and try it out. It's not for everybody. Everybody don't like cash. So, you know, some people use the prop money. You can use the prop money as your visual. So, yeah. So, I really just wanted to stop by and show you how to use the bank teller slip. Check out For the Creator if you need one. And how to use this cash breakdown sheet. And Ladybug Budgets is where I got this from 2 years ago. And I'm still using it. So, thank you and have a nice day.